I try that every time I say goodbye. मुझे melody भूल गई है. सोचो अपने गाने की. Hi everyone, my name is Natasha from Ejaz, and today I'm going to break down my song Heeray Moti from my album Ordinary Miracle Heeray Moti. I don't know, for a long time I'd been feeling this like desire for like a guttural ancient vocal part, and I didn't know why I wanted to use it, but I came up with this melody, the da na na da 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 da, and what essentially happened was that मुझे समझ नहीं आ रही थी कि क्यों, लेकिन मैं गाना बनाना चाह रही थी जो इस like ancients को किसी तरह feature करे, और मुझे पता नहीं था वो किस किस्म की ancients थी, by the way, because like I don't even know what I was going for, let's just put it that way, but I knew that I wanted something powerful in a song. And then like cut to 2 weeks later, I had to perform the song with a choir as part of a festival in Nepal. And they just handed me like 10 singers and they're like, do something with them. And then I had to sit down and extend that demo, extend that little idea into something that I could perform with like 10 different people. And that, like, for some reason, like that exercise just put me in this production phase with that track. And it turned out, like, it just became its own song because of that performance. This part happened because the choir, the way the song was produced initially, the choir didn't have a cue for their pitch. So, because the song used to just go like, so I tried that every time I say goodbye, and the parts I'd written for them in SATB, which is soprano, alto, tenor, and bass, they were like, they had to come in straight up, but they didn't get time, because इससे पहले सिर्फ मटका बज रहा होता है और कोई chords नहीं थी उस version में. तो मैंने ये part इसलिए produce किया था ताकि उनको like थोड़ा वक्त मिल जाए to catch the key. कौन करता है ये? Who does piano to get someone to catch key? Me, Natasha Ejaz, पागल. And that's the chord that they had to listen to. And they went, ooh. That's, yeah, okay, anyway. And then eventually when I resent it to Rishabh, he was like, okay, now I get what you were trying to do with this. And then eventually, my voice was featured on the entire track, but I knew that मेरी आवाज़ से वो ancients नहीं आ रही जो मुझे चाहिए थी उस से. तो वो मेरी एक colleague थी जो मेरे साथ festival कर रही थी, तो मैंने उनसे पूछा, do you have any ideas for this? And she said, I've worked with a Bulgarian choir, so I have some of that, like, I have some of that experience. And I was like, let's put that experience in a studio and see what we come up with. And she just went for it. She just gave me the biggest, most ancient choir sound that I could ever have, like I could never have imagined. So now the track features Maria Fayardo, who I'm talking about, as that main Bulgarian choir. And I took like 15 layers of her, you know, and then there were 15 layers of me. So actually that whole chorus, that choir, is just 2 singers, which was a very, very fun thing to produce. So I tried that every time I say goodbye, you don't notice I was there in the first place. It's like that came really naturally when I tried to write that melody, the one that sounds like Years Go By. And Years Go By is also very like lamenty, nostalgia, love song. And this one also just naturally came out like that. Yeah, you know, I think what really I was feeling about the lyrics was how to write a song that's fiery and vulnerable at the same time. God knows everything, every little thing that made me cry. Did you notice I was there in the first place? I feel like a lot of people feel really invisible in relationships, whether they're like romantic relationships or with, you know, someone, just anyone. It's very easy in a dynamic for one person or the other to feel invisible. And also, I think I personally struggled with this in life a lot, where I didn't feel welcome in places. And this was a very me thing to do कि मैं notice ना हो ना जाऊँ कहीं notice ना लोगों से, कि पता ना चल जाए कि नताशा है. ना मांगू मैं हीरे मोती जाना, ना मांगू मैं हीरे मोती जाना. ना मांगू मैं हीरे मोती जाना, which is the main chorus and the title of the song. I think that just also flowed super organically between the two parts, because once I've said this one thing that you don't even notice that I'm there in the first place, or you don't notice what's happening. And really the conversation then becomes about like, I'm not asking for much, actually. Neither are you. None of us actually ask for much. We just want basic understanding and love and, you know, emotional embrace. But it's hard to come by, surprisingly, which is why I think people are liking this song so much, because it speaks to like a fiery vulnerability. गुस्सा भी आता है ना इससे वो ज़रूरी है बीच में. And then I sent it to Rishabh. When he sent it back, he in Boston had now recorded an air hoop player on it. He'd recorded himself playing like this really old string instrument. And when he sent it back, it was like a finished track. मतलब हम खत्म हो चुके थे और मैं बड़ी खुश थी. I was like listening to it, walking around. And then I'd put up a preview online on social media, on Instagram. And Slow Spin heard it, and she was like, yo, can I sing this with you? And I was like, yo, I'm sending it to you right now. Yes, you're singing this with me. Yes. So that's how that song came about. I'm sorry if that was too loud for the mic, but that was genuinely my inner experience. And Slow Spin was a real trooper about it, like within the weekend. She also messaged like the weekend before we were sending the album for mastering. So it's not the time to open up a song and add new layers and add new bars, but I mean, it was so worth it. एक है जहाँ पे lyric change होता है, जहाँ पे Slow Spin जाना की जगह जां कहती है. वो आप उससे पूछें कि उन्होंने जां क्यों बोला है. उसके अलावा lyrics में breakdown कुछ नहीं है मेरे पास. Thank you so much for watching the breakdown of Heeray Moti. The song and all the songs off the album are now available on all streaming platforms. Please go listen, and don't forget to follow The Lost Docs for more music content.